Now, if we don't have a mechanical press or an arbor press, we can still get this hook pin out. But first, let's take a look at the way the pin is shaped. On one side of the pin, the 3 grooves that go along it are going to go all the way to the end. That tells us that is the thicker side of this tapered pin. So we always want to make sure that is on the outside when we're driving the pin into the hook block body. Now we're going to set up with some channel locks, a punch, our hook block body with the pin already in it. Identify which side of the pin you're going to push from. You want to push from the narrow side. That will be the side where the 3 grooves along the length of the pin don't go all the way to the end. And now we've taken a clamp and modified it. We drilled a hole in the top here and closed it over so it lines up with the hole that's already in the clamp. And we're going to set our hook block body in there and use this hammer to drive the pin out to free the chain. Again, double check to make sure you have the correct side of the pin. Set that into the clamp and close the clamp. Just get it tight enough to where it's not going to move around too much, but where you can still move it by hand so that we can line everything up. Look on both sides, top and bottom, to make sure that each end of the pin is lined up with the hole. Adjust as needed and then tighten it down. Now that we've gotten everything sorted out, we're ready to get our punch set up. Now it might be best to have this rigged up to some kind of a jig or frame to keep everything stable, but for the purposes of this video, we just have it on our table. Now we're going to use this channel lock here to grip our punch. That way we don't risk hitting our hands with this heavy sledgehammer. And then we're just going to drive this pin from the narrow side and push it out until the chain comes out. There we go, the chain's out. We can open up the clamp. Now the pin is still somewhat set in there because our goal here was to get the chain out. Now we're going to measure the pin. We're measuring for 10% wear. Now you're always going to see a small divot where any of the chain was contacting the pin and the hoist was loaded to capacity, and that's completely normal. A good way to check this is to run your fingernail against that little groove. If it catches your nail, it's probably deeper than it needs to be.